Hello and welcome to Inside the PGTI. The Indian golf scene warmed up to some big-ticket tournaments in March with the Eagleburg Open in Bangalore. The tournament, held at the Eagleton Golf Resort in mid-February, followed the Standard Chartered Open in Colombo and was a precursor to Louis Philippe Cup and the Sale SBI Open on the Asian Tour. The Eagleburg Open, which offered 30 lakh rupees in total prize money, was missing quite a few young guns of Indian golf who were actually in Thailand playing in the final stage of the Asian Tour Q School. But some big names in the entry list for the Eagleburg Open more than made up for their absence. Amongst the top names featuring in this event was local lad Anirban Lahiri, India's #1 golfer. The Bangalore-based pro, who had played with Tiger Woods in Delhi just a week earlier, was gunning for his 5th straight victory on the PGTI. But did he really consider himself the front runner ahead of this event?
Not really, not even close. I mean, I'm making a swing change right now, and it's going to be tough. The field here is really good. Yes, I do have a home advantage, but I'll have to step up and play some really good golf.
The reason for Anirban's guarded confidence was the presence of names like Rahil Gangji, another Asian Tour pro, and Mohammad Siddiqur Rahman, who had won the Indian Open in 2013 en route to finishing 4th on the Asian Tour Order of Merit. Siddiqur was teeing off in a PGTI event in India for the first time since July 2010.
Well, my golf career was start from PGTI. I came qualified 2008 for PGTI. So I played fully. I played 2 years and I won 4 tournaments. So my golf career was started PGTI. So always I love to come here and play PGTI tournaments.
Adding to the strong field was Sri Lanka's Mithun Pereira, who came fresh from his victory at the Standard Chartered Open on his home course in Colombo, shooting a colossal 22 under for victory.
I didn't expect that much score as well, 22 under, but I played so good over there, and less bogeys and many birdies. So that's why I won, and I defeated my title. So that's the happiest moment,
The strong field had made the tournament challenging, but that wasn't the only challenge for the players teeing off the Eagleburg Open. A little over an hour and a half drive from the Bangalore airport lays this oasis that adds to the serene image of the Garden City. This is the Eagleton Golf Resort, a multifaceted facility which houses one of the best championship golf courses in India. Set up in 1999 following the vision of late Mr. Ashok Kumar Meda, Eagleton is considered as the first proper golf resort to have come up in India. Developed around 500 acres of land, it not only features a 168-acre 18-hole course, but a hotel resort and close to 1,500 residential complexes. Eagleton is the first example how real estate development has played catalyst to golf promotion in India, a model for many up-and-coming golf residences around the country today. Buoyed by the success of Eagleton, the Medas have planned another such golfing facility in Mysore called Eagleburg, which lent its name to this tournament.
I think this is the only way to develop a golf course in India because the land is expensive. It starts from there. So to develop a golf course, initially the land cost, the 200 acres that we are leaving as open space has to be covered or subsidized by the real estate. So real estate has to be there, without which a golf course would not be financially viable.
A one-of-its-kind facility, Eagleton has been a one-stop shop for many golf enthusiasts in southern India. It not only provides immaculate practice facility for long and short game, but also offers teaching aids like digital video analysis and a learning lab to enhance the skills. As a course, it has been rated amongst the best in India several times. Running through 7,100 undulated yards, accompanied by a picturesque tree line and 68 bunkers, the Par 72 course maintains an eco-friendly way of functioning, something unique and special.
It is a golf course that is well drained. Even a storm wouldn't stop play here. It's very well drained. A lot of water rainwater harvesting going on. We've created a lot of lakes to collect water, and that's where bulk of the water comes from. So in that sense, it is rain dependent. But by creating so many water bodies, we are managing to store more water.
Eagleton has produced some of the finest pros and amateurs for India, and those with the experience of playing here know the level of golf this course demands.
Well, I think the first time I played here was around 2005 or 2006, and I've come here almost every alternate year after that. And it's a great course. It started out as one of the best courses, one of the best resort courses in the country, and they made a few changes to the course. They made it longer. They've pushed some of the tees back. They haven't really changed the greens or anything else in the layout, but the tees have been pushed back. So, I'm sure they're trying to do the best as what they can, and trying to make it tougher for the pros every time we come out here.
To manage the course, you have to really be very good with your wedges. You've got to put the ball in close and then make the putt. If you should miss a green, there is trouble around the greens.
But the challenge was much greater than the pros anticipated, especially on the greens, which played a little bumpy in the dry season. The bumpy greens troubled everyone, but despite that obstacle, many golfers fired an under-par round. Himmat Singh Rai and Shamim Khan, paired together for the first 2 days, were 1 under 71 at the end of the first round with 14 other golfers. Mukesh Kumar was 3 under on the opening day, which saw him sink 5 birdies. He was tied 9th with 4 others, including Manav Jaini, whose first round card featured 6 birdies. Maximum action was witnessed in the group featuring Anirban Lahiri and Mithun Pereira. Both had won the last tournament they had started in and continued with their good form. Anirban, with 2 bogeys, 4 birdies and an eagle on par 5-7, totaled 4 under 68 in the first round. But Pereira was even better. His flawless front 9 contained 5 birdies. 3 birdies and a bogey on the back 9 had him end the day at the top of the leaderboard with 7 under 65. He was in sole command with a 2-stroke lead over Vinod Kumar and Naman Davar. Anirban was tied 4th with 4 others, and Thangaraja and K. Prabhakaran, also tied 4th, made it 3 Sri Lankans in the top 10 on the opening day.
Yeah, I had some couple of good lucks today, so I had some good parts. So, overall I played so good. So it's a good start for me. It's my first event in India, so it's a good start.
I played pretty good today, especially on the front 9. But overall I feel like I left a few shots out on the golf course. Didn't putt very well. But it's still a good round. First round, I'm still in with a chance. So I just got to keep improving from here.
A star who missed out on the opening round blitz was Mohammad Siddiqur. But he was just shaking off his rust. We'll catch up with Siddiqur, the winner of 2013 Hero Indian Open, and the man they call the Tiger Woods of Bangladesh, after this break. It was in November 2013 that the Hero Indian Open, India's national golf tournament, got its first Bangladeshi champion, Mohammad Siddiqur Rahman. The wire-to-wire victory at the Delhi Golf Club was Siddiqur's second title on the Asian Tour, but the biggest triumph of his life.
A great memory in my life, after won Brunei 2010, after that I had to struggle a lot to win second victory. But I had a confidence that maybe something very good in future. So it's finally happened in New Delhi. That golf course is one of my favorite golf courses because since when I was an amateur, I played many events over there and I won All India Amateur Open 2004. That was also really helped me a lot during Hero India week.
As a result of that victory, Siddhakar ended the year ranked 166th in the world and 4th on the Asian Order of Merit, his best finish on the tour that helped him earn a place in Team Asia at the inaugural Eurasia Cup.
Yes, it was because I was far behind before Hero India, but after I won Hero India, I really good jump, and actually before India, I didn't think about that Eurasia Cup to get in, and I'm really fortunate that I won Hero India, and that was my biggest victory in my life, of course. And in 2013, my best golf, I played my best golf in my life as well.
For Siddhakar, 2013 represented a high point he had never experienced before, and it meant so much more since the 29-year-old started his journey from the rock bottom. Now an honorary member of the Kurmitola Golf Club in Bangladesh, Siddhakar started as a ball boy there for financial support, earning 30 takas a day. His first golf club was a self-manufactured broken 7-iron head stuck on a metal rod. Siddhakar was picked from out of 100 kids to train by his club and represented his country in the Asian Games. As an amateur, he won 12 events in Asia, winning all across the subcontinent from Bangladesh to Pakistan and Nepal to Sri Lanka.
3 years I won Bangladesh Amateur Open. So after that, I thought I should check myself what is my position for the professional life. So after that, I proposed to our authority, Kurmitola Golf Club, that so I would like to turn pro. If you give me permission, then I want to go for Q school. They said you are more than welcome. You may go and try your level. So I came for Q school 2007 in July. So I finished like maybe top 14. So that was my really exciting moment. That it's really good achievement for me. I was very, very safe player. Like when I played as an amateur and when I turned pro, after that also I was very, very a safe player. So my target was to make cut and then just try to finish respective position to survive my expenditure and all at the beginning. So after that, I played 2 years and I won 4 tournaments. So that slowly I got more confidence, more win tournaments. Then I took more professionally to achieve myself in professional life.
Not afraid to throw caution to the wind anymore, Siddhakar is a name to reckon with on the Asian Tour and the face of golf in Bangladesh today. He has paved way for many others from Bangladesh to play on international circuits, and that's the reason Siddhakar is a national hero in his country, the Tiger Woods of Bangladesh.
Once I land in the airport, from the airport, everywhere they can recognize me. Even especially when I get into the golf course, they really respect me very nicely, and actually that's my energy. When the people cheering me up and when people recognize me, it's really I feel that myself. I feel proud, and I think that's my energy to move forward.
Having started with an even par round, Siddhakar jumped up the leaderboard with a second round card of 2 under 70. Also making a move up the leaderboard was Rahil Gangji, who put disappointing 73 on the opening day behind him with a 3 under 69. Manav Jaini's second consecutive round of 69 pushed him further up in the standings. Like Manav, Mukesh Kumar too shot 2 straight 69s and was tied for 7th spot at 6 under overall. The pair of Shamim Khan and Himmat Rai were also identical in their second round. Following a 71 on day 1, the two fired 5 under 67 each to enter the top 10 at 6 under. The field was catching up to the leader and Anirban had to match the effort. He was slated to start late on day 2 but came to the course early to iron out niggles in his game in the presence of his coach Vijay Divecha. This has been a partnership spanning more than a decade now. that has given India a champion golfer. And it all started with a stroke of coincidence back in the year 2002.
You know, it was quite a coincidence, serendipity, like they say. I was the first guy to miss out on qualifying for the sub-junior team. And so I got by default selected for the national camp.
I had been coaching for about 2 years at that time. And I got a call asking me to come for a coaching program for the coaches.
The camp was being conducted by Donato Di Ponziano. He is a very well qualified, reputed Italian coach. He was coaching the coaches and we were the guinea pigs, basically.
I landed at Delhi airport and I was asked to share a cab with somebody else who was going to attend the camp. And here was this 14-year-old boy introduced himself to me as Anirban Lahiri. And we didn't know at that time how our lives would be linked.
At the point of time when I met him, I thought, the whole world had crashed on my shoulders because I didn't make it to the team. But, it was like a blessing in disguise because I met him and, it started a chain of events that has led me to be where I am now.
Devecha's guidance has helped Anirban through amateur circuit into a highly competitive world of professional golf, especially on international stage. But it hasn't just been the technical advice that's shaped Anirban into a champion he has become today.
You have to be a coach, a mentor, a philosophical guide and prepare them for where they are going. And I think that's important for them to be able to take their game to the next level, how to manage the next level, how to prepare yourself for the next level that's going to come after that level, and it goes on.
I can't stress enough on the right quality of guidance. People ask me, professionals ask me, what they should do, and I say, get yourself a coach who won't, just teach you technique, but also guide you in how you need to approach the game and your attitude, because that's what Vijay has been like to me, and I think that's as much the duty of the coach and as much responsible for how you play in the long run. So I'm really glad that I met him.
Devecha, an avid golfer himself, gave up his corporate career to become a golf coach. He's also responsible for bringing up young golfers such as S. Chikarangappa, but believes the recipe of success isn't just good guidance.
It sounds glamorous to be an Anirban Lahiri or a Tiger Woods. But there are thousands of people who try to become like them, but don't have the ability to put in that kind of work and determination and self-belief. That's what you need to really become a champion.
Devecha is proud to have mentored a protege like Anirban, who started the season with a win, standing at the cusp of top 100 in the world rankings. And it seemed that an hour spent with his coach spurred Anirban. The 26-year-old scripted a flawless round, starting from the back nine, nailing 7 birdies for 7 under 65, the lowest score of the day. But Anirban had met his match in Mithun, who followed his 7 under card on the first day with a 6 under on the second. Mithun too, like Anirban, sank 7 birdies in the second round, but dropped a shot on the par 4-16. This meant that Mithun maintained his lead on the second day as well. Anirban occupied the second spot now with a total of 11 under overall.
I just playing, this is Anirban home course. So we have a lot of, advantage, you know the lines, know where to play. But, for me, I have accuracy and sharp short game. So that's why, I have a good fight. But, both of us has to play good golf and, to win. Who will play good golf, he will win. So has to be good golf in next 2 days to, at least give a fight for Anirban.
Up next, a showdown between Mithun and Anirban. Watch the seesaw battle unfold after this break. Welcome back to Inside the PGTI. Only a couple of shots separated Anirban Lahiri with leader Mithun Pereira going into the third round of the Eagleburg Open in Bangalore. But that was about to change as the two teed off on the moving day. Anirban Lahiri trailed the Sri Lankan by 3 shots after the second hole, but it's the 4th hole that hurt his card the most. He lost 3 shots on the par 5 after going out of bounds on his tee shot. Thanks to a couple of birdies by Mithun on the 8th and the 9th, Anirban went 5 shots down at the turn. He recovered handsomely on the back 9, nailing 6 birdies, including this one on the par 4 17, which helped him finish with a card of 4 under on the day. Anirban's slip-up played into the hands of Pereira, who looked in the league of his own in the 3rd round. After a 7 under and a 6 under card on the first 2 days, Mithun chose the 3rd round to bring out his best. 3 birdies on the front 9 and then 5 on the back 9 fetched him a flawless card of 8 under 64.
It's 6 shot is really big, but anyway I have to play good golf, to win at least. But hopefully, I also thinking, can win, but it's not an easy game, so it's a round ball, so anything can happen.
Another pro who cashed in on the moving day was Rahil Gangji, firing a 6 under 66, which featured 4 birdies and an eagle on the par 5 10. The performance brought Gangji into the top 10 for the first time in the tournament, with the overall score of 8 under. There were 4 players tied for the 6th spot at 9 under, with 2 Sri Lankans, Prabhakaran and Thangaraja, tied 4th at 10 under. Anirban, 5 shots ahead of them, was still second, but it almost seemed pointless as he was now 6 shots behind Mithun, who had annihilated the competition with his 8 under card. Had he run away with it?
I hope not. I mean, the way he's playing, it's difficult for anyone to catch him. But yeah, I've got my work cut out, but like I said, I just have to focus on what I need to do. I have the ability to go really low, and tomorrow's going to be a big test for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm I'm hugely disappointed with how I played on the front 9. I almost felt like I gave the tournament away on that 4th hole, but tomorrow's a new day, and I'll have my opportunity to redeem myself.
Anirban, 6 shots behind Mithun, started the 4th round with a bogey on the first, but negated that with a birdie on the very next hole. A par on the 3rd brought him to the par 5 4th hole, where he had lost 3 shots just a day before. This time though, Anirban was up to it. He earned this birdie on the 4th to start his attack. While Mithun wasn't having his way on the course, collecting pars one after another, local lad Lahiri was on a roll, collecting 3 birdies on trot, including this one on the 6th. Anirban had halved Mithun's lead to just 3 strokes as the two reached par 4-9. Anirban's chip just stopped short of another birdie, but Mithun made up for that with this bogey. Just 2 shots separated the two now at the turn, and it all changed on the 11th, where Anirban's birdie and Mithun's bogey brought the two on level terms. Quite incredibly, within just 11 holes, the 26-year-old had erased a 6-shot deficit between him and the leader, and it was clear their duel would be the only story to tell in the final round. As his mother looked on, Anirban tried to go ahead, but couldn't quite. A bogey on the 12th was negated by this birdie on the 13th. Still, all square. But the seesaw battle and Anirban's incredible comeback would soon come to a halt. This bogey on the par 3-14 put him a shot behind, and then an unbelievable eagle out of the blue for Mithun on the par 5-15 put the Sri Lankan 3 shots in front. That was too big a lead to overcome for Anirban with just 3 holes left. Even though he birdied the 17th, Mithun had a 2-shot advantage coming into the final green, and he capped a great week with this birdie to claim his 2nd successive title on the PGTI.
This is my first time I play. I won twice in a row. So it's this is one of my unforgettable moment in my life. It's just first round I had a really great rounds. Which is compared to last round I didn't had a good last round, but it's helped me. First round helped me to to be on a calm and to win this title. So as a golfer, I'm happy with my I tied my personal best at 22 under. So that's my in the best 4-round scores. So it's try to it's this is also one kind of experience. From 21 under to came down to 19 under and tied with Lahiri again, and then pushed back to 22 under. So it's one of for me it's giving me a lot of experience playing with those top players.
In the end, Mithun was 22 under, winner by 3 strokes, with 3 other Sri Lankans, K. Prabhakaran, N. Thangaraja and Aruna Rohana, finishing in top 10. A final round card of 7 under 65 helped C. Muniappa finish 4th. But it was Anirban who stole the show on the final day with a comeback that made a match of what had looked like a runaway victory for Mithun.
I think it was pretty close, but towards the end I think I gave it away. The thing is, I never took the lead from him. I was tied with him after 11 holes and after 13 holes, but I never really got ahead, and I think that's what made the difference. If at any point of time I would have taken even a one-shot lead, it would have made things a lot different for him, because when you're in a position when you're ahead, and even if you're tied for the lead, that you're still ahead, you're not behind. And I think that's the one thing I couldn't do today. If I had managed to even take a one-shot lead at some point of time in the back nine, things would have been different.
That's it on this edition of Inside the PGTI. Our congratulations to the winner Mithun Pereira, and to our viewers, goodbye.